I'm Gloria Strode and welcome to Straightforward. Today we have some wonderful community resource people joining us. And my first guest is Erica Lee. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, big brothers and big sisters, you all do a great job in our community. Share with our audience what it is that you all do and how we can help you.
Our agency has mentors that we pair with children. Some of the children come from at-risk homes.
Okay.
They're youth from ages 6 to 18 who need a mentor. Our volunteers take the child into the community and do things with them that they wouldn't otherwise be able to do because of the background that they come from. So we're looking for volunteers ages 18 and up to pair with the children that are currently on our waiting list.
Okay, and so big brothers and big sisters, you all have been around for a long time.
Yes, over 100 years.
Over 100 years.
Yes.
And so what you try to do is to pair a responsible adult
Yes.
with a child that might need some other support.
Exactly.
Right, and you want to help to grow and develop them and expose them.
Exactly. We have some children who, simple things such as Brewster's, they've never been to Brewster's.
Really?
If we want to go to Brewster's, you know, we can get in our cars and go, but some of the kids don't have that opportunity.
And you know, those are the things, Erica, that we take for granted.
Exactly.
And I always tell people, just because we have all of these blessings, we just can't assume that everyone else is blessed like that.
Exactly.
I worked with children in a federal grant program before that had never gone to a restaurant that had linen tablecloths and napkins. Their idea of going to a restaurant was McDonald's or maybe CC's Pizza. And so those are the kinds of the cultural enrichment is what you all are seeking.
Exactly. We had a child who went to their mentor's home that was excited because the mentor didn't smoke.
Really?
And her parents smoked, so she was not used to being around someone who didn't smoke. So it is the little things that we take for granted that the kids actually enjoy.
A smoke-free environment was a big deal.
Exactly.
Wow, that is really something. And so, again, the children you're working with, what's the age group?
They're ages 16 to 18.
Okay.
So once they graduate high school, they actually age out of our program.
Okay, so hopefully we're going to have some of those other community organizations, fraternities and sororities that can pick them up from high school and kind of mentor them on through post-secondary education.
Exactly.
Okay, so is this free? Do the parents have to pay? Do the mentors have to pay? How does that work?
Nobody has to pay. There's a charge for the background check. It's $10. If you're a student, $14 if you're not a student. They fill out an application. They do the background check. We have an interview. They go through orientation, then we're ready to pair them with a child. What we try to stress is you don't want to go into it spending money.
Right.
The children really want somebody to spend time with them to do things that they can't get at the house.
And there are a lot of free things, like going to the park, going to the library. There are a lot of resources at the library, and that's free.
Exactly.
Right. You just need to have that library card.
Yes. And we send out a newsletter every month with free things to do in the community. And as the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, I plan an event every month that we pay for the big and a little for them to come out for free. For instance, we went to Chuck E. Cheese one month. We've been to lunch one month. So we plan activities for them to come out to have fun, and they don't have to pay any out-of-pocket costs.
Okay. And so what exactly is your role with Big Brothers and Big Sisters?
I'm the director of the program.
Okay. So you're the person that's going to make it happen.
Yes. Yes.
So right now, how many volunteers do you have?
We have 125.
Okay, and we can never get too many of those.
We can never get too many of those. As a matter of fact, we have roughly 80 kids on the waiting list that have had interviews that are waiting to be paired with volunteers. And we have roughly 200 that haven't even been interviewed because we don't have enough volunteers to pair with the ones that are currently interviewed that's waiting on a volunteer.
Really?
So we have a big need for volunteers.
Okay, and so for those that might want to volunteer, we have a lot of young retired people now.
Yes.
People are retiring early.
Yes.
They can sign up to be a big brother or a big sister, and it only costs $10. For the background check.
Background check.
All right,
yes.
so if they go to Starbucks and buy a caramel macchiato. And that's
Exactly.
almost $10.
Yeah.
No, really it is. So you have to help people figure out how it's really affordable, because sometimes people will say, well, you know, I can't afford it. But yes, if you're drinking all of those designer coffees every morning, you can just have water.
Exactly.
And then come and help those children.
Exactly.
Because you have over 200, you said, that haven't even been interviewed.
Exactly.
And we have, what, 80 that's
80.
waiting to be paired
Yes.
with a mentor.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So is there a cutoff in terms of age for mentors? Because I know that grandparents, which I'm a grandparent, you know, and I'm very proud of that, but some that may be more mature than myself might have more time.
No, there is no cutoff. It starts at age, we take mentors from age 18 and up. So
All the way up.
all the way up.
Yeah.
All the way up. If they're willing to come out and help, they can be a volunteer.
Okay.
So there is no cutoff.
So how can people find you? Where are you located? What's the hours and your contact information?
We're actually housed in the Family Center building.
Okay.
That's our umbrella agency. The address is 1350 15th Avenue. It's right behind the Red Lobster on 13th Street.
Okay.
Our hours are Monday, Wednesday, we're open from 8 to 5. Tuesday and Thursday, we're open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. And on Fridays, we're open from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay, and so Tuesdays and Thursdays are your late evenings.
Yes.
And so those that might be working, if they
Yes.
don't get off until 5, or they're working on the other side of town,
Yes.
and maybe the industrial, then they can drive, give some time, and you are there until 7.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then you have a website.
We have a website. It's bbbs.chatvalley.org.
Okay, say that again.
bbbs.chatvalley.org.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we're happy that you're there. Our children, with all of the crime and violence in our community,
Exactly.
this is where we can start to make a difference. And so what we're going to do is just keep pushing, trying to get more mentors out to support
Yes.
you and what you're doing.
Yes.
And again, it's only $10.
Yes.
So that's 2 days of coffee they
Yes.
can skip.
Yes.
They only need the 10 for
Yes.
the background check.
Yes,
A
ma'am.
lot of the events that they can do with the kids are free.
Are free or paid for by us.
Paid for by you all, because we can go to the park, that's free.
Exactly.
You know, and we can go and look at some of the sites in the historic district, and that's free.
Yes. Spending
Right.
quality time is free, and that's what a lot of the children need. And I would also like to stress that we are in need of male volunteers.
Yes.
Our boys stay on the waiting list double the amount of time of the females because we need more male volunteers.
Okay, well, we've put that call out, and we'll be behind you, supporting you, and we'll bring you back again later in the year to make sure that we're keeping the public informed about those 80 plus the 200 that's still waiting.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back after word from some of our sponsors. Straightforward is brought to you by Chalk by Quincy introduces Excellence Redefined, timepieces of the finest technology, luxury, and class with tons of style at chalklifestyle.com. Renal Associates, LLC, a team of physicians dedicated to excellent kidney care with 5 convenient locations to serve you. Stark Avenue, Columbus, Bradley Park, Columbus, Lafayette Parkway, LaGrange, East Burkhalter Avenue, Buena Vista, and Springs Street in Warm Springs. A second chance criminal record relief. Laws have changed in your favor. Attorney Jennifer Dunlap is offering assistance in removing felony and misdemeanor convictions from your record. Services are available for a limited time only. Call Attorney Dunlap today to see if you qualify at 706-405-0393 or visit secondchancelaws.com.
Walmart's reason for supporting Thurgood Marshall College Fund is simple. We like to win. And we have been given a lot of exposure to some incredible talent. And we also believe that it's a part of our responsibility to the community to give back. This is a great opportunity to do both. It's been a wonderful experience for us through the years. We've appreciated our partnership. We believe in return on investment, and we have definitely had a remarkable return.
Welcome back to Straightforward. My next guest is Lindsey from the Alzheimer's Association. You are always working.
I am, nonstop.
Nonstop. You're working in your sleep.
I am.
I was the silly person that called you so very early one morning at dark 30 and you answered the phone. I was thinking,
You might be a donor. I have to
well,
be,
that's
I
a
have
good
to
thing.
answer the phone.
People don't understand if you work in social services, you're always working.
Right.
But I really thought that was your office number.
Oh, it is,
Yeah, but
one and
you
the
were
same.
on call.
all the time.
Oh my goodness. Well, we have had your wonderful Dancing for the Stars.
Yes, ma'am.
Simply wonderful. Our own Miller Robson is so charming and everybody loves Miller.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, and so we were there as a guest of Dr. Baliga and Dr. Sheikha Shaw.
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Baliga is a sponsor of the show, so I have to say that.
They're wonderful.
They are great people. And so we were there. It was a wonderful event, well attended. The dancers were great. And you all raised a lot of money,
Ton of money.
but you still need a lot.
We still need
Because
more.
this
Always
is a
more.
very mean disease.
It is. It is the 6th leading cause of death in the United States right now.
Is it? Yeah.
It kills more people than breast cancer and prostate cancer combined.
I don't think our community knows that.
I know.
I think we always hear about the breast cancer for women, the prostate for
Which
men.
still, I'm not discounting. They
No,
need to-
no, that's
but-
very important, but
Yes.
I think we have kind of underestimated the Alzheimer's
Absolutely.
and the dementia.
Yes.
But it kind of takes the person away from you.
It does.
It's a creepy kind of thing.
We say that you lose them twice.
Really?
You lose them to the disease, and then you lose them once they pass.
Really? Wow.
It's a devastating disease.
And so what is your role? I mean, you wear many hats.
I
What
do.
is your official role?
I have a long title. It's called the Director of Constituent Events. What I
Okay.
do is I plan the walk for Bainbridge, Georgia, for Columbus, Georgia, and for Peachtree City, Georgia.
Wow,
So-
that's a lot of geography.
It is. I do a lot of driving. I do a lot of talking on the phone. I do a lot of volunteer coordination. I couldn't do it without my volunteers.
Right, and so you actually have an apartment in your car.
I do.
Right, no, really.
I do.
People don't understand that when you're traveling with those types of
I do.
positions, that's a lot of geography from Peachtree to
It is.
Bainbridge, because Bainbridge is almost to the Florida line.
It is.
Yeah.
And they have already reached their goal and bumped it up. This is the first year they're doing a walk. They're doing fantastic down there in Bainbridge, Georgia.
So they are fully committed.
Yes, we're thankful for them.
And so we really need to step our game up
For
here
Columbus.
in Columbus,
Absolutely.
in Muskogee County.
Yes.
Okay, so what do we have coming up?
Okay, we have the Walk to End Alzheimer's, and we partner with Uptown Columbus, and it is on September 22nd. It's a Friday night. It's at 5:30 p.m. The ceremony starts at 5:30. Miller Robson is our MC again this year.
Miller, yay!
He's wonderful to us. WLTZ is wonderful to us.
Yeah.
So we need teams to sign up for the walk.
Okay, so the team, for example, my friend, Miss Dorothy Simmons, who is Jeannie Jackson's mom,
Yes.
and I knew her from a little
know
girl. She was
Jeannie.
one of my biggest supporters.
Yep.
So Jeannie's going to have Dorothy's Darlings. We've
Yes.
talked about that.
I know
So they're going to
Dorothy's
walk this time. And then other families can come up with their own family name and event
Right.
for the event.
Right, you can name it whatever you want to. It's a fantastic thing to do in honor of somebody that has Alzheimer's right now, or in memory of somebody that's passed.
Okay, so what does it take? How much?
It
What
is
should they be doing?
absolutely free to walk.
Free to walk.
It is free to walk. We want people to come out. It's an awareness event as well. Sure, we need to raise money to end the disease, but it's absolutely free to come out and walk. It's a 1.8 mile walk. It is very symbolic. It's not timed. There's no races or anything like
So
that.
you can just leisurely go. It's not some marathon or anything like
Right.
that. We don't have to sprint.
You walk during the river walk. It's a beautiful walk. And then you can come back and you can enjoy the Uptown Concert Series. The Steve Miller Tribute Band is playing that night. But
Okay, so you
So-
can get a free concert.
yes,
And you can walk
after the walk.
on behalf of your loved one
Yes.
that's either here
Or
fighting the
passed.
disease or that's passed on from this disease.
Right.
Right. Okay, well it's wonderful, and so there's no excuse. People
No.
can name their team, and then they sign up with you online, or how does that work?
Online, we have a wonderful website that will, once you sign up, it designs a page that you can share on your Facebook page. It does
Really?
it all for you. It makes it super easy to raise money for the Alzheimer's Association.
Okay, so it's family friendly.
It is.
For those that are not technology gurus.
It is. And
Uh-huh.
then if it's not, if you still have a hard time with it, you can call me and I'll do it for you. So,
Okay, and so you have an office here in Columbus.
We
Of
do.
course, this is a nationwide movement.
We do.
Where is your office located in Columbus? Columbus?
We have an office on River Road. It's a brand new office. We've been there about a year now. It's a fantastic facility. We have a meeting room that's open to the public. If people ever want to come, you know, that need a meeting room for their certain organizations, they can use our meeting room. We want people to come in. We want people to use our services. We want people to meet David Marlowe, who is our programs person. You know, come to our classes that he offers. We just want people to come into our office.
Okay, and so what are you offering for families? Of course, I know you spend most of your time on the road, the Georgia roads, raising money to support this important mission. So what classes, what is David, what is he teaching us?
He teaches classes almost every day at our facility. The most popular class is Know the 10 Warning Signs. People are very interested in hearing
those warning
what
signs.
the 10 warning signs of Alzheimer's are, and he teaches that. He has a calendar he has an email list that he sends out every month to caregivers around Muskogee County to come take these classes.
And I think the caregivers sometimes are the forgotten people.
They absolutely are.
The journey can really become long and frustrating, and you know, and they might need a break. So do you all have support services, or you can recommend that for some of the caregivers?
Stop by our office. I mean, we have support groups all over Muskogee County that they can go to.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and
but
it's free?
Absolutely free, and that's why I'm raising the money so David can provide these free services.
Yeah, and it really takes money to do all of this. And until it happens to your family, you really don't understand.
You don't.
Until you become the caregiver, and as the disease progresses, there are different things. One of my friends, her mom forgot how to eat.
Yep.
You know, and
You
of course,
forget how to swallow.
Yeah, and so then some end up with the feeding tube.
Right.
And so it's different.
Right.
Yeah, it's not a one-size-fits-all.
It's a devastating disease.
It is. It
really
is. And it changes families forever.
Yes,
it really does.
Mm-hmm.
And so, again, let's talk about this. What's that date again? It's a Friday night.
It's a Friday night. Our registration starts at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
The ceremony actually starts at 5:30 when Miller starts doing the ceremony, and then the actual walk starts at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And it's September 22nd. Uptown Columbus. It's right in that main block of Uptown Columbus.
Right, near where the stage is.
Right, it's on the stage.
Okay, so the opening ceremony is where we'll see, and if you see Miller, you know you're in the right place.
Absolutely.
And then you can walk, and then you can come back and enjoy the music.
Yep.
What about your pets?
You can bring pets, you can bring strollers. The whole course is pet and stroller friendly. We're going to have somebody coming out there to do balloon animals. We're going to have Brittany face painting. She's a famous face painter down Uptown Columbus. Yep, she'll be there. It's just going to be a fun night.
And it's good for families.
It is.
Okay. Well, what we're going to do is go to our sponsors to a break, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. We'll be right back after word from some of our sponsors. Straightforward is brought to you by Warrior Outreach. Contact Command Sergeant Major Retired Sam Rhodes or Kathy Rhodes. Freedom Printing for all of your designer printing needs. Gunboat Plaza, Suite 18. Thai Cuisine, the area's only authentic Thai restaurant. Open for lunch and dinner, Monday through Saturday. Located in the Village Green Shopping Center on the 280 bypass in Phoenix City. Progressive Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1952. The George Ford legacy of high standards continues today in the compassionate and professional services provided. A touch of dignity for those who care. Progressive Funeral Home, 4235 St. Mary's Road, trusted by generations. Best Care, transforming minds and bodies, leading the way in the latest techniques of medical weight loss and wellness. Certified in family medicine and bariatrics, Dr. Blunt is ready to assist in the transformation of your mind and body. Call today, 706-221-6477, or visit bestcarecolumbus.com. East Alabama Endocrinology, educating and caring for those living with diabetes in Alabama and Georgia. 1400 Bradley Lake Boulevard, 3320 Skyway Drive, Suite 602, Opelika. Take charge of diabetes and live your best life.
History is important because it shows where you're coming from and where you're going. Type 2 diabetes is something that runs in my family, which means I'm at risk. In fact, 1 in 3 American adults are at risk for developing type 2 diabetes. And knowing this, if I do nothing, that family history becomes my family's future. And my family is too important to me for that. Take the risk factor assessment today at AskScreenNo.com.
And welcome back to Straightforward. I'm continuing my conversation with Lindsey, who is working so very hard to help the families here in Muskogee County and this fight against Alzheimer's.
Yes, ma'am.
It is a very sad disease.
It is.
Really is. And when you see your family members or your loved ones, and it's like they start to lose
Fade away.
themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like they're lost. And it's frustrating when they go from one day of knowing you to the next day of not knowing you.
Or back and forth.
And back and forth.
One time they will, one
So
time they
you're
don't.
not really sure.
Right.
Some days it's a good day, and then some days
Not so good.
it's not so good. And then as the disease progresses, they just kind of fade away and
Yeah.
then transition.
Right.
Right. Well, you need volunteers.
I do. The Walk to End Alzheimer's does need volunteers.
Okay.
We are having a volunteer orientation. It's going to be on Monday before the walk, which is the 18th.
Okay.
Before the walk, we're having it at 6 o'clock. We're going to feed everybody pizza. I'm going to go over the different volunteers that I need and let people pick what they want to do for me at the walk. But yes, I am in desperate need of volunteers for the walk.
Okay. And so they don't have to pay anything?
No.
They just have to come to
Yes.
your office. Can they email you
Yes.
or reach you on social media?
I'd like for them to RSVP so I know about how much food to get, but no background check or anything like that. It's free. They get a free T-shirt.
Oh, hey, that's incentive.
Everybody loves
For
a
those
free
of us, we love
T-shirt.
those free T-shirts,
They get a
especially
T-shirt.
people that work in social services. That's all they need is a T-shirt.
Right.
Right.
Free T-shirt. So just come, listen to all the help I need and pick what you want to do, and then show up again on Friday to actually do it.
For that. And so for ongoing at your office, of course, I know David and we have Christina and other people that's there and they're working. Families, do you have volunteers that help with family support?
We do.
Or just share with us a little about
We
that.
do. The Alzheimer's Association is in constant need of volunteers to come work in the office, not just answering phones. We have volunteers that teach our 10 warning signs classes.
Really?
We train them on how to give those lectures. To be there for the families when they come in or in crisis. Yes, we do train our volunteers, and we need more volunteers always.
And that's
at the office.
ongoing, and there's no age limit.
Well, I think they like them to be 18 or older.
No, but I mean on the high
Oh,
end.
no. No.
As long as they're in good
We
physical
love
con-
retirees.
Yeah,
They're
because they
perfect.
have more time.
Right.
And I always want them to get involved with community things and not spend so much time on the beach. I have a friend of mine retired from teaching, and just saw her on social media with the sign that said, "You should be here." And I was like, yes, I should, but I'm
Yes.
not retired. But those are the people that are still sharp. They can really be a great asset
And we
to
need
you.
'em.
Right.
We need them. Stop by our office anytime. There's somebody always there. We're open from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. on Monday through Thursday, and then 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Friday.
Okay. And so for families that are in crisis, do they call your office and you all connect them? How does that happen?
For families in crisis, they can stop by our office, and David will do what he can. He really likes to have an appointment to come and talk, to tell you all the, what Columbus has to offer for
The support services.
the needs
Right.
of the patient and the family.
And it's confidential.
It absolutely,
Right.
100%
And that's why he
confidential.
likes to do that one-on-one, because like we said, with this disease, it's not a one-size-fits-all.
Right. Everybody, it affects everybody differently.
And it does not discriminate.
No, it does
The
not.
age range is it's a broad age range.
Right.
All ethnicities.
Yes, and we have
and
people
all
in their
economic
40s.
groups. Yeah, yeah. I was
Yep.
told about someone that I knew that actually it started at 40-something.
Right.
And that person
It's
just,
scary.
and it went so quickly.
Right.
Compared to an older person that I know that's still, in the fight.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
And it doesn't discriminate. Economics, it doesn't matter. Whatever your tax bracket is.
Nope.
It really does not.
It does not care.
It does not care.
No.
So what other activities? I know we have the big Dancing for the Stars. How do people get involved with that? Are you just having that here in Muskogee, or are you going to be doing that down in Bainbridge, since you say they're just
We
doing
might
such
be.
great? I mean,
we
really?
might be. No, it's all over the state. I think they have 6 of them across the state. Atlanta has a huge one.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and Christina is the one that came up with this idea with Sam Warren here in Columbus. So it originated here in Columbus, and then it's grown across the
So
the state.
we had the template. Everybody kind of copied us.
We did. Christina Vogler is the one that did it.
Oh, very good. Our own
Yep.
Christina.
She's wonderful.
Yeah, so maybe the people in Bainbridge, are you just getting people from Bainbridge, or are you getting folks from across that Florida line? Because it's right at the line.
It is right at the line. Jacksonville has their own walk. So the people in Bainbridge have been joining that walk in the past couple of years, but they decided this year that they wanted to do their own.
How great
So they
is
formed their
that?
own committee and just did it.
And they
They're
just took off running.
They're doing wonderful.
And so it really makes you proud.
It does.
Because there's nothing worse than being in the car that long and you're driving somewhere trying to help people help themselves.
Right.
And folks are not interested.
Right.
So they have made it worth you having that apartment in your car.
Absolutely.
Driving down 27,
Right.
you know, trying
and I
to
think
get
it
there.
says something about the organization that I work for, that people wanted, out of the blue, start a walk in little bitty Bainbridge, Georgia, to help us
Yeah.
find a cure for this disease.
Yeah.
Because the Alzheimer's Association is going to find a cure for this disease. So.
Yeah, and I do believe that. And then, you know, of course, today there was some big breaking news about a blood test that could, you know, show, you know, and that kind of thing. But we need money to continue research.
Absolutely.
We need volunteers to just keep the word out in the communities, and we need support for families.
Absolutely.
It might not be your family today,
No.
but it could very well be your family tomorrow.
I don't think that you can meet anybody that has not been touched in some sort of way by Alzheimer's disease. Whether it's a friend's mother, a mother, you know, everybody has been touched.
Somebody from your
by
community.
this disease.
Right, just like me with Miss Dorothy Simmons.
Right.
And when I was a college student at Albany State University, tracked my success.
Right.
When I made the dean's list, I'd get that call on the break and say, I'm
Sharp
proud of
people.
you. Yeah, and then it's like, oh my goodness. And she was
Devastating.
always an advocate for education, and then to just hear, you know, when she had that disease, it was very sad.
I know.
Yeah, but we got to make sure we stay in the
We're
fight.
trying.
We got to get you all the support that you need.
Thank you.
Tell us once again where your office is located and the hours.
We are on River Road. We're right across the street from River Road Elementary, 5156 River Road. To sign up for the walk, it's georgiawalk.org.
Okay.
And you spell out Georgia, GeorgiaWalk.org to sign up for the walk.
All right. And if they need to call and ask questions, what's the good phone number?
706-587-5463.
All right. Well, I'm excited. I want all these families that's been touched by this disease to get a team, come down and walk on Friday, September 22nd. After they walk, they can enjoy the music, they can bring the pets, they can bring the
chairs.
kids, and just make a good family night out of it.
Absolutely. Have a fun time.
Yeah, and so we got to step our game up before Bainbridge takes us
Yes.
over.
Thank you, Gloria.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. This has been straightforward. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. Until next time, be blessed.